Hi, this is Jacqueline, and I am finally back with my next video. I'm really sorry that I was gone for so long. That was never the intention. Originally, I just needed a break from long COVID. I was doing pretty well, and I just needed a mental break from all of it. So, I'm going to sort of pick up from where we were before. So, in July of last year, 2022, I did go and get stem cells. And at that time, the stem cells did help me. They gave me energy. I was able to start a new job. Back in the fall, I started to get into a regular workout routine, and generally, I was doing pretty good, aside from the fact that my kids kept getting sick at school. So I just kept getting random viruses, cold, sinus infections, stomach flus, all of those things. So it was sort of up and down for me at that time, the recovery period. It wasn't really consistent because I kept having these breaks where I was picking up other viruses from my kids. And then in December, my son tested positive for COVID. And despite mitigations, I ended up also testing positive. So, one thing about this is that when I believe I had COVID in June of last year, my son tested positive. I never had a positive COVID test. And despite other times feeling like I had COVID and being exposed to COVID, I never could get a positive COVID test. So, this time when I tested positive, it did make me feel that possibly my immune system is now functioning normally and having a more normal immune response to the virus. I do know other long haulers that are exposed to COVID, they have COVID symptoms, but they never test positive. And I know that's not true for everybody, but for me, I was actually glad that I had the validation and the confirmation of having a positive COVID test, even though, of course, I did not want to have COVID. The COVID infection started out as a sore throat. It's interestingly that almost all of my COVID infections have started out with a dry sore throat. Then it developed into some chills and I had a low-grade fever, which for me, I never have a fever. So that was also a clue to me that potentially my immune system was finally actively fighting this virus because I don't ever get fevers and I didn't even actually have a fever. My temperature was around 99, but that is high for me. So the day I tested positive, I did get monoclonals that same day. I got them in within 3 hours of testing positive. I personally do not know how much these monoclonals are effective against this variant, but because I had access to them, I just went ahead and got the monoclonals. The next day, I continued to have this low-grade temperature, and I also had some chills. And then by day 2, that pretty much went away, and I ended up basically getting a sinus infection. So the next 5 to 6 days, my main symptom was really all sinus congestion, sinus pressure, a little bit of a sinus headache, and I was tired. It took me about 6 days to test negative. During that time, I hit this hard. I followed the FLCC protocol, which I will put the link in the description below. I just decided to follow that protocol to the T. I also got a vitamin infusion. I also did intermittent fasting and I really tried to eat as little as I could, but still nourish myself. I drank a ton of water and I also went in my sauna to try to sweat any possible virus out. After I tested negative, I did go in and do a 5-pass ozone. So I really tried to hit this with everything that I've learned over the last, 2 years at this point. So interestingly, after my acute infection, I started to feel generally better than I did before my reinfection. So I'm not sure if it's because my immune system kicked in properly or because I just hit this virus with so much that I was able to clear it easier this time. I really don't know, and I feel like it's a little too soon to make any judgments because it's only been about 6 weeks. I did, however, this past week, I did do a 5-day fast. The fast is called Prolon. I would be hesitant to recommend it to anybody that is in any kind of weakened state because it really did kick my butt. And there were a few times during that 5 days where I just thought I am never going to be able to finish this fast. And it was a little bit rough on me. And I don't even know if it was the smartest thing to do, but I successfully did it. It's supposed to help put your body into autophagy. It's supposed to help with cellular regeneration, help your body regenerate its own stem cells. So I'll put in the link in the description below. But again, it is a little bit hard on the body and it does make you tired, feel weak, and I had some lightheadedness and some other things come up. So So I think you'd have to do it with caution. So I was supposed to go back in December and get stem cells. That was the plan that I was on, was every 6 months. I went in July and I was planning to go back in December, really for maintenance and just to, I just want to sort of stay on this maintenance program right now, especially with the virus still circulating. And literally, it was like 2 days before I was supposed to go to get the stem cells that I tested positive. So unfortunately, I had to cancel that trip. Luckily, I was healthy and well and able to celebrate Christmas and enjoy the holidays. But I do plan to go get stem cells now in February. So I promise that my plan is to do an update on that trip. And I really want to go through that trip with you guys, bring you along, take some video while I'm there and explain to you the process and give you more of an accurate update of how I'm doing. I still feel like things are a little bit in limbo. A lot has happened in the last 6 weeks. And with doing the fast, I want to really be able to give you an accurate assessment of my recovery. But right now, I'm actually doing pretty good. And I hope it's because I hit it hard when I was acutely infected. So my recommendation would be anything that has helped you or anything that you have learned over the last couple years. If you do get an acute infection, I would just try to hit it with everything that you can to try to clear it and hopefully prevent long COVID from happening to you again. My June infection, I felt like it was a big setback for me. I really struggled after that for weeks. I was very tired, and this one was different. So I don't know if my immune system just kicked online and was able to more actively fight the virus, or if it was just, again, all the treatments that I did while I was acutely infected. But there you guys go. Thank you for checking in. Thank you for the emails. Thank you for asking how I am doing. And again, please be careful and safe. And I promise I will update you guys soon. Thank you and peace.
Smash the